The only deliverance the other nations are going to get is deliverance right into slavery. They're going to be our slaves, thus saith the Lord. Jeremiah 30:16 tells you every last one of the other nations which are non-Israelites are going into captivity. They're going into slavery underneath the Israelites when the Israelites go back into rulership. When is the Israelites going to go back into rulership? When the Lord comes. That's what he's coming to do. He's coming to set up the Israelites in rulership, beginning with King David. And when I say rulership, meaning the planet Earth, we're going to be ruling the planet Earth in righteousness. After he puts down the wicked. Who's the wicked? The Edomites, which are in power right now. Who are the Edomites? The so-called white man, beginning with those top banking families, which happen to be so-called white people. We're talking about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. We're talking about the DuPonts. We're talking about the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, and families like that. Okay, so when Yahushua comes back, he's going to take away their rulership, which they're enjoying right now. That's the long and short of it, of this ministry, man.
Psalm 2. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces, like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. And what I want to get into today, is dealing with a topic going into there is no cloak, okay, for their sin. All right, because as Donald Trump, the spirit is on the Lord, to put these devils, in the mindset, okay, of coming down on Jake. And as we are reacting to what's happening according to the spirit, you'll have these certain talking points. Okay. And here it is. These niggas wreak havoc. Okay. All day and night. They reject the word. They reject the truth. Okay. But then, when judgment is being geared up for Jake, all of a sudden, Jake becomes innocent. Okay, and Jake is not innocent, and we know Esau, okay, is at the core of all the problems on the earth. We know that no one is a bigger criminal, no one is a bigger drug dealer, no one is a bigger murderer, okay, no one is a bigger liar than Esau Edom, okay, because no one has the resources to be the demon that this nigga is able to be, okay. But just because Esau is guilty, that doesn't mean that you niggas are innocent, man, okay, because the only way to be pardoned, all right, is through Yahweh Shai. And see, you niggas do what you want, all right, you live how you want, okay, you don't take heed to the prophets, okay, so you have no cloak, all right, for your sin, okay, and Esau's guilt, just because this nigga is wrong, all right, which is Esau is wrong, and he's going to get judged as well, okay, but the Lord is going to use Esau to judge niggas that ain't right, and that's just the fact of the matter, damn how you feel, okay, this ain't no case by case thing, people like to try to throw out, individual scenarios, but see, well, Javante daddy, he was born, and all this shit, nobody cares. We beyond that now. Okay, see, if they put some money in the neighborhood, we way beyond that. The problem is way beyond them building new houses in the neighborhood. That never works. Jake just gonna tear the houses up, and it's gonna be the projects like everything else. Okay, it's way beyond that. Putting money in the neighborhood, a community center. Okay, the problem is way beyond that now. All right, and the Lord has to step in now. Just as Trump is saying, well, look, the local police can't handle it anymore. We got to step in. Well, ultimately, that's the Lord intervening. Okay, because the problem is out of hand. And Esau, yes, he created niggas. He created the ghetto. He finances the drugs, the guns, but niggas still participate. And see, we telling you all this information. There's nothing you can tell us about Esau Edom and his guilt. We telling you this nigga guilty and what he's doing. And you niggas still participate. Okay? So that's why when you go here, because the prophets is the Lord has the spirit on the prophets to cover everything, man. Now, I start this here. This St. John 15:19 says, if you are of the world will love his own. Okay? And see, Jake only respond to worldly, all right, leaders, man. They don't respond to the men that the Lord, all right, has set up. Okay, that's why you had that nigga, Gorilla Hebrew. He appealed, all right, to Jake's worldly nature. Okay, it said because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, and that's from amongst Jake, man. We've been chosen, all right, to be separated from our people, man. And Lord will we be pardoned. Okay, it said therefore the world hated you, man, and Jake hates us, man. Okay, you have to understand, it's a lot of hatred. All right, when Esau really persecutes the prophets, Jake is going to be on the front line, man, especially the nigga woman. Okay, and these are the people that the Lord, all right, is gearing up to punish, man. Down with these niggas, man. Okay, Jake hates the word. Jake hate Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're gonna get that. And you see, everybody forget that. Everybody want to jump to these niggas' defense. Okay, it's like a nigga, it just isn't bothering anybody, man. Niggas are a problem. Okay, and then the Lord allowed Esau, to make you a problem, then the Lord wants to judge you, man. See, we gotta look at this thing from a perspective of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Not no podcast talking points, man. Okay, so let's go here to St. John 15:20 said, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is no greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. Okay, so if they persecuted Yahweh Shai back then, well, the same people are coming back to be against Yahweh Shai now. And how are you against Yahweh Shai, man? You're against the men that Yahweh Shai set up in these times. And if you're the elect, you're going to keep the saying, all right, of those men whom Yahweh Shai set up. Okay? And that's clear cut. You see, we not here trying to figure out Jake case by case, scenario. No, your reaction to the word determines how this gonna go for you, man. Okay, so if you are enemy to the word, you ignore the word. Okay, well that determines your fate. Okay, if you listen to this word, take heed, repent, sincerely repent, believe, then you're going to be pardoned. Okay, so your reaction to this word it determines your fate. Okay, not all these other things. Esau got this going on. We're telling you this nigga is doing this. We telling you this nigga is bringing the guns, the drugs. Okay, we telling you about the music industry setting you up for failure. We're telling you feminism was setting you up for failure. We break these down. We break these things down thoroughly through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah. We're telling you everything about the enemy. Okay, you see, but you reject the word and still participate in the folly. Okay, niggas still participate in everything that got us put in captivity, man. And niggas still glorified it. Okay. And say verse 22 said, if I had not come and spoken unto them, all right. No, it's verse 21 said, but all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me, man. And see, the guys of this world, Esau, Edom, has our people separated from their power to where they're not familiar with their power at all, man. 2/3 are Satanists, man. That's what you have to. We gotta look at this thing from a whole different perspective, man. Okay, I don't look at it as my little cousin and my uncle. No, them niggas is Satanists, man. When you really break down what they believe, okay, all these satanic holidays, all these drill culture, feminism, all that goes back to Satanism, man. Because it's rebellion. Anything that's rebellion. Because what does Satan mean? Adversary. Okay. So anything that's against Yahweh by Shema Shai, okay, is satanic, man. Okay, and 2/3 of our people are satanic. Okay, and they're finna be judged. All right, and the Lord's gonna use the devil as the whipping stick, man. Verse 22 says, "If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin." Okay, so Jake knows the truth, man. Okay, Jake, and see, like I say, Jake doesn't only know that they're Israelites. Okay, Jake doesn't only know, all right, that there's an expectation, okay, from the Lord. You see, Jake knows about their enemy. Jake knows about the music industry. Everything has been exposed, man. Everything has been exposed. Okay, and that's why when you go here, you see, Jake can't use the ignorant card anymore because Jake loved to play use this, ignorant. They want to play the card. Well, I didn't know. You see, Jake ain't gonna be able to play dumb, okay? Because everything's been exposed. Now you go here, all right. I'm not asking no cloak for their sins, meaning it says the phrase "no cloak for their sins" means that someone has no excuse, no hiding place, or no way to cover up or justify their wrongdoing, man. There's no excuse for niggas still to be doing what they doing, man. Okay, it's not working. All right. Well, you can say, well, see, it's because of poverty. Well, is what niggas doing getting them out of poverty? Is it fixing the poverty problem amongst niggas? Okay. Nothing that niggas do makes sense. So there's no way to justify Jake and their BS. Esau the devil, yes. Of course. We're telling you he gonna keep being the devil. And you gonna keep playing the devil's game and then try to play victim? No, you can't keep doing that. Okay? There's a judgment on the way. All right. And I've been looking at the thing in DC, and it's looking more like a test run. Okay, and that's another thing because as it's like okay, when it first jumped off, it's like damn, this martial law, these niggas, these devils finna go in. But I'm looking at it, and just looking at it from different angles, looking at different footage and stuff going on, and it's looking like a test run. You know, these devils might do these 30 days and chill. Trump hop on, a press conference and say how much crime is going down because of what he did. Okay, but they're going to keep it in their back pocket for a later day. And guess what? When if these 30 days and these devils fall back, pull back the troops and go back to regular police force, niggas are going to be what? More proud. Okay, niggas going to be talking shit against the prophets. Okay, watch. If they draw this back in 30 days and it go back to the regular police enforcement, niggas are gonna be more proud. Okay, you just watch the TikTok videos that come out with niggas. They're gonna be more proud and they're gonna talk more shit against the prophets, man. Okay, no niggas like a book, man. You see, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come a time when the Lord not gonna draw Esau back, man. He gonna fully unleash this devil, man. Okay, so we know even if it's not now, it's coming. You see, and it says it's often used in a more. I read from the top. It said the phrase "no cloak for their sins" means that someone has no excuse, no hiding place, or no way to cover up or to justify their wrongdoing. It's often used, okay, in a moral or spiritual context, suggesting that a person's guilt is fully exposed and undeniable, man. Okay, so Jake guilt is out there, man. Okay, I'm saying just because Esau is guilty, that doesn't make you innocent by default. All right. Matter of fact, it's more of a condemnation because you keep participating with a nigga that's guilty. Okay, to be a street nigga, you're participating in Esau's folly, man. Okay, to still be around here as a feminist and independent and bad bitch or whatever, you're still participating, okay, in Esau's folly. Okay, and this has constantly been exposed. Feminism has been broken down, okay, every way you can break it down. Okay, but you still got women taking hold to that, man. Okay, you still got niggas. They showing you, all right, that the same people that own, okay, the prisons, they own the record labels. Okay, so they're directly benefiting off you influencing niggas, all right, to do things to go to prison. Okay, so all these things are being broken down constantly, okay, to our people, man. So what do? They still do what the hell they want to do, and they participate in the folly of Esau, man. Okay, and you can't do that and play victim. Okay, it says in this verse, Yahushua is speaking about those who rejected him despite witnessing his teachings and miracles. Okay, aren't they witnessing the teaching and the miracles of prophecy coming to pass today? Okay, he's saying that before he came, they might have some excuse for their ignorance, but now that the truth has been revealed to them, they can no longer pretend that they didn't know better. They have no cloak to cover their sins. They have no cloak to cover their sins, man. Okay, so now I'm saying Jake can't play dumb. They can't cop out and use ignorance as an excuse, man. Now Jake fully know. All right, but Jake just want to do what they want to do. Okay. It says in modern usage, saying someone has no cloak for their sin means they are fully responsible for their actions. Ignorance can no longer be claimed. Their wrongdoing is exposed and inexcusable, man. And what niggas are doing, how niggas live, the nigga woman, unruly as hell, is inexcusable, man. Okay. And the Lord's finna judge. You see? So let's go here. All right. And all these things were appointed, man. And see, this is what no one is talking about, because niggas are always, jumping out there to make excuses for the worst niggas, man. Okay. Uh, this is let's take this account. When you go to John 19, this is when Yahushua was being brought before Pilate. Okay, you had Jake in the crowd. Okay. John 19 and 10, it said, Then said Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and power to release thee? Yahweh shall answer, Thou couldst have no power at all against me except it were given thee from above. Okay, so Yahushua knew, that he was given into the hand of the Romans to be their sacrifice, man. And it says, therefore, he that delivered me unto thee have the greater sin. And who gave Jake to the Romans, man? I mean, who gave Yahushua to the Romans, man? It was Jake, man, niggas. Okay, they betrayed their king. And you see, here it is. Yahushua was amongst Jake, healing. Okay, feeding Jake, man, spiritually and literally, man. Jake that been having ailments for years, decades, being healed, and walking again. Okay, so many miracles that there's not enough books on earth that can hold them. Okay, in a short period of time. But what did niggas do, man? They gave them straight to the Romans, man. See, we gotta talk about that. Okay, you see, the Lord, see, this hasn't been paid back yet. Okay, it says, and from thenceforth Pilate sought to release him, but the Jews cried out, saying, if thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar, man. So Jake was all up Caesar's ass, man. Just like today, because just not only these YN, these street niggas, man, but these corporate niggas, okay, a lot of these blue collar niggas are enemy to Yahushua as well. Okay, now when you jump down, okay, verse 15, it says, let me read into it. It said, when Pilate therefore heard that saying, he brought forth Yahushua and sat down in the judgment seat in a place that is called the pavement, but in Hebrew, all right, Gabbatha. And it was the preparation of the Passover in about the 6th hour. And he said unto the Jews, behold your king. But they cried out, away with him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, should I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar, man. And Jake was pledging their allegiance to Caesar, to Rome, just like niggas are doing now. Okay? Niggas' allegiance is with Rome. Jake don't care about the throne of David being set up or established in the earth. And then you don't care about the throne of David being established in the earth. And Yahushua sitting that throne and setting the earth in order and righteousness. Okay? If you have no care for that, you're an enemy, man. Okay? And you're going to get rolled over by prophecy, man. Okay? All this, Jake, everybody want to coddle Jake and, make it seem that niggas are just these innocent creatures. And, nah, man, it's over with. Okay? Your mama not going to get you out of this one, man. Matter of fact, she finna get involved. All right? The Lord finna get her ass involved, man. Okay? So when you, let's go down. Let me see if I can find it. I wonder if it did count. It might be in Matthew. Let me see. Yeah, this is Matthew 27 and 25. All right. This is Matthew 27. And I'll start it. 23, it says, and the governor said, why? What evil? Let me see. Let me go up. This is Matthew 27 and 22. And see, niggas chose Barabbas, man. We can't forget about that, man. See, niggas got sins, okay, they go back. All right, from this time until now. Okay, betrayal. You see, niggas did the ultimate betrayal, man. They turned on their king. Okay, Matthew 27 and 20 said, but the chief priests and leaders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy, all right, Yahushua. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will you that I release unto you? They said Barabbas. Niggas chose Barabbas, man. Okay, and these niggas are back today walking around, these straight niggas walking around these neighborhoods. All right, the nigga woman was there. Okay, back then, they're back now. Okay. It says, Pilate said unto them, what shall I do with Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? They all say unto him, let him be crucified, man. Okay, so niggas had no mercy for Yahushua, but niggas want all the mercy in their wickedness, man. Okay, nah, man. You see, verse 23, it says, and the governor said, why, what evil have he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified, man. Niggas had zero mercy for Yahushua, man. Okay? Their own kinsmen, their own blood, man. And they're begging Esau, okay, to crucify him, man. So now that we're in the time now where the Lord is finna unleash these same devils on niggas, now everybody's supposed to stop, okay, and let's work something out. Let's do this. Nah, nigga, the judgment here now, man. Okay, and whether it happened within, this time frame that's going on now, all right, eventually we know it's gonna come, and it's gonna come, all right, it's gonna be in biblical proportions, as they say, man. Okay, verse 24 said, when Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye too. And he's not innocent because he still could have called it off, man. Okay. So you Edomites are not innocent either, both of you, both parties are guilty, man. You Edomites and you niggas, man. And I was shot top two enemies, okay, it's 2/3 and Edomites, man. Okay, and they finna get it the worst at his return, man. All right, even leading up to his return, all right, with you niggas, man. Okay, so reading on, it says, then answer, just the point, then answer all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children, man. Jake requested that. This is what Jake requested. Okay, where we at now? Jake requested this over 2,000 years ago. That blood still got to be paid. Okay, so that's why it's going to be a lot of blood in the city, man. Okay, men, women, and children. Okay, that blood got to be paid, and this is what Jake requested, man, at the crucifixion. Okay, so all this, talking points. Okay, always trying to make excuses for these niggas. That's over with, man. The judgment here, man. Okay, the judgment on deck. The sword is sharpened, man. Okay, Esau, has been equipped to get busy with niggas, man. Okay, let's go back here to let's see. Let's go to Jeremiah. There's a few of them in Jeremiah. Let's get that in 20. I think it's 24. So you get Jeremiah 24. It's in Jeremiah 24 and 3. Then said the Lord unto me, what seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, figs, the good figs, very good, and evil, very evil. They cannot be eaten. They are so evil. Okay, and the good figs represent, the elect, and the evil figs represent the 2/3, man. They're so evil and rotten and beyond repair, man, that they have no use anymore. Okay. Again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, came unto me saying, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, the power of Israel, like those good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah. Okay. Which is, in this time, all tribes, man. So the good figs, all right, likened to the elect. All right. And the Lord would acknowledge the elect in this captivity by waking the elect up, man. Okay, and begin to what, man? Refine us, man. Restore us. Okay, Lord, will we of that number? You see, whom I have sent out of this place in the land of the Chaldeans for their good, man, which is the land of the Chaldeans is here in America, man. So there's a remnant that was sent to America to be refined, to be chastened, okay, to be awakened to this word, okay, and be refined in this captivity. Okay, and those and it is those that are what, man, actively following Yahweh, man, actively following this word, constantly repenting, man. Okay, being healed by this word, man. Okay, this is our concern, man. All right, what happens to niggas? The Bible tells us don't worry about them niggas, man. Okay, we're gonna get that. It said, "For I will set my eyes upon them for good." So the Lord has set His eyes upon the remnant for good, man. That's what we're concerned about. That's what we pour our time, energy, and resources to, man. Okay, trying to worry about the fate of these stray niggas and the nigga woman walking around. We don't give a damn, man. You know, we say speed it up. Okay, bring it to these other cities, man. You know, there's somewhere where we can, make requests of what cities they should go to, man. Okay, it says, "And I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them and not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up." Man, the Lord is finna start a righteous nation with a remnant. That's what we're concerned about. 2/3 got to be, all right, destroyed, man. They have to be removed. Okay, that's the filth of the nation, man. You cannot do nothing with them. They have no use. They are figs that are so evil, as scriptures say, they can't be eaten, which means the Lord has allowed Esau, the guys of this world, to make them useless, man. Okay, men, women, and children. All right, most of these children just gonna grow up to be useless, man. So ain't no sense in them growing up. The Lord finna stop it. Okay, you see, and that's just and see, you hear what's brothers saying like that's harsh. Well, you wait to see what the Lord do. This is verbal. This is just a verbal. You wait till you see what the Lord actually do. Okay, to men, women, and children. Okay, the 2/3, man. Okay, well, like I say, them niggas ain't no concern. All right, hell with them niggas, man. Okay, you don't hate to see them niggas coming. You might be, with them niggas, man. You should hate to see them niggas coming. The nigga woman, all right, and them badass kids, man. You should hate to see them coming. Okay. Uh, this is Second Ezra, chapter 9. All right. This is Second Ezra 9:7. It says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed," man. So there's a remnant that's going to escape the judgment, by his works and faith, and it's the works of toiling in his word, man, and building and edifying. Those works are going to be rewarded. And you see, we're doing this through faith, and faith that we can be delivered, and we can be exempt and pardoned. Okay. It says, "Shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation." Okay. The perils is the dangerous time. Okay. "In my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." So the remnant, all right, was, separated from everyone else in the beginning. Okay. And that's why, as we come back together, it feels like a reunion, you know, because hey, the Lord will, we of their elect, we're those spirits from way back that was set apart, okay, to be saved, man. Okay. Verse 9, it says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case which have abused my ways." Because guess what? The Lord has raised up the prophets. But what is Jake doing? Ignoring the prophets or mocking the prophets? So you're abusing, all right, the method that the Lord is using to bring his people back to him. Okay. And it says, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, man. This federal law enforcement is just one thing that's finna torment Jake, man. See, that's the thing. Okay, this is just one of the mechanism that the Lord's going to use to torment Jake, man. All right, verse 10, "For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me." Okay, so Jake, all right, has been living their best life, okay, in the captivity of their enemy, okay, and has no understanding of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, even though the Lord has raised up so many prophets, so many platforms of truth, okay, the Lord has raised up in this time. Okay, it says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, man. The same must know it, all right, after death by pain. The same must know it by death after pain, man, by pain. So it means the Lord gonna make niggas feel it, man. Okay? So here it is, repentance has opened up, and what has Jake done, man? Okay? What has Jake done, man? Continue in folly, but still want to play the victim. Okay? And I say either Jake is ignoring the prophets or mocking the prophets, man. But both of them gonna lead, all right, to death by pain. Okay? Verse 13. And this is what we're commanded. This is the mindset we're commanded to have. And therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, who the world is and for whom the world is created, man. And the Lord is finna give the earth, all right, to the righteous, man. Beginning, okay, when Yahweh Shai sit in the throne of David, the first fruits, and the rest of the 1/3 men, women, and children that was predestined for salvation, man. We got big things coming, man. Okay, them nigga problems. Okay, the troops. Okay, the pestilence. This third world's war, the sea hill. See them nigga problems. This is what they got to deal with. This is what they chose. Okay, and you wake up and choose your fate every day. Okay, you continue on and nigga folly. Okay, you gonna get nigga results. Okay, but as the Lord has awakened the remnant to follow Yahweh Shai, we're going to get the results of the promises, man. The meek shall inherit the earth, man. Okay, so we're not even curious about what happened to them niggas, man. Okay, good riddance to niggas, man. You see, their legacy ends here. Okay, in the streets of America, man. Niggas' legacies end here. The nigga woman, feminism, nigga culture, all that shit in here, man. Thug life, all that shit finna end here in the streets of America, man, in blood. Okay? And we're not curious about what happened to these niggas, man. Okay? So that's the point. Just wanted to get into that, man. Lord will, you brothers. All right. And your sister was edified once again. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.